Hey there everybody, welcome back to this Pokemon Snap playthrough that's not a playthrough. My name is Andy, the Uncommentator. This is episode number 38 of said playthrough that's not a playthrough, the focus of which is going to be Cloyster. So you can see there on the screen the current Cloyster that I've got saved on the Pokemon report has a score of 4,090 points, which is broken down by a size of 710, a pose of 1,000, and a rather large same Pokemon bonus of 670 points. So a bit of an interesting photo, but we'll get more into that when we get into the video. But of course, before we do that, we need to read the Primer's official strategy guide entry for Cloyster, which goes as follows. As you continue floating down the river, a giant Cloyster will sometimes fly out of the water. Be quick and take your best shot when it first appears. Now, the key word in that sentence there was Cloyster, but the second most key word was sometimes, because it doesn't always fly out the water, basically. So yeah, sometimes could make this interesting. Also, what's my favourite Britney Spears song, which is not very interesting. Anyway, let's get straight on with it. So we'll head back to the river. In the last episode we got Shelder. We're now going back to Cloyster. Now we're going to subvert what's been happening recently, where the pre-evolution's been harder to get than the higher evolution, or the final evolution. And we're going, because this one is going to be more difficult than Shelder, purely because of the sometimes factor. But we'll worry about that when we get into it. Now, because of the sometimes factor, this is the first Pokemon that we've got coming up of a few Pokemon that's not in the not too distant future, where it may very, very quickly become a montage, because this is random, as the guide suggests. And because it's random, there's no real sort of skill or explanation needed. We just need to basically hope that Cloyster comes out the water and then get a good picture of it. So we'll try and get about 4,000 if we can. I feel like 4,000... What did I get? 4,090 I think I'm on at the minute, aren't I? I feel like that should be beatable. But it is a bit of a tricky one, this one. So let's see. So we've got a Shelder already. So we need to come round this corner and not get a Magikarp. Right, there's a Cloyster. Can we get another one out? I don't think we will. No, we've got another Magikarp, which then gets in the way. Well, that went well. So we'll edit that out and pretend this is the first attempt. So attempt 1 now of Cloyster. Yeah, so Cloyster is random. As I said, the second most keyword in the description was sometimes, and not because of Britney Spears, but because of the fact that it's true. It is sometimes just it doesn't always come out the water, which makes this a little bit frustrating. So I may go into montage mode pretty quickly, but we'll give it a few goes for now. At least there's no real setup, no convoluted setup, or no requirement to be specific with an aim. It's just and there's a Cloyster. Can we get another one out? No, we've got 2 Shelders, so we'll try and get a nice shot of this Cloyster, but the Magikarp will get in the way. Right, let's just send that, just so we've got a starting point. We'll hope the Magikarp getting in the way doesn't become a thing, because if it does, it's going to be a bit of a pain. Right, this is going to be rubbish, but we'll send it anyway. Now, I think this is one where now I've said all the way through this series that the direction doesn't matter. I think this is one where the direction doesn't matter except when it does. So here we go. So this will get not very much. Although 930 size, which is a lot higher than I was expecting. 750 points. That's because it's not facing the camera. It's in the middle of the frame. Obviously there's no same Pokemon bonus. Yeah, so 3,306. So a pretty low bar to get over. So I think an air quotes perfect Cloyster would be 4,000. You know, 1,000 size, 1,000 pose. Without, you know, if we just got one Cloyster in the shot, it'd be 1,000 size, 1,000 pose. I think. You can't. I mean, if you can hit it with a, you can hit it with a Pestball when it's in air, when it's in the air, and it spins around quicker than it does when it's just natural. But I'm pretty sure you don't get anything extra for that. So I may try and just get the 4,000 for the 1,000 size, 1,000 pose, but I do want to try and get at least 2 Cloysters in the shot. I feel like it's quite, as I said, I feel like it's quite a low bar to get over. The one I've currently got. Just basically to use the speed engine and try and catch up with the Cloyster, and then sort of snap it big when it's coming down and back into the water, or when it's in the air. I really hope Magikarps jumping out don't become a thing. Now, full disclosure, I'm actually recording this on April the 2nd. Now, if you're a wrestling fan, or should I say a WWE fan, because you can be a wrestling fan and not be a WWE fan. If you're a WWE fan, you'll know that April 1st was night 1 of WrestleMania. So, not quite spin around enough. I'll try that one again. You know that April 1st is night 1 of, was night 1 of WrestleMania, and I actually stayed up and watched it live. And I live in the UK, in case you can't tell from my accent. I live in the UK, so by the time WrestleMania finished, after I'd finished watching it live, I think I got to bed about 5:15 in the morning. It's currently, on April the 2nd, as the time recording this, it's currently 10:15 in the morning, and I've been awake for over 2 hours. So this could be interesting, I think would be the best word I could use to describe it. This could be interesting. Certainly more interesting than getting stopped by a Psyduck. I'm going to regret doing that now, because now, as well as Magikarps jumping out of the water, I've now got Psyducks to worry about. Don't know why it didn't speed past it like it has done previously. Right, Shelder, Cloyster. Come on, one more Cloyster. Come on. Nope. Still just one. There's the Psyduck again. Right, okay, that's it. This is Cloyster, people. This is what it is. You need at least 2 Cloysters. Well, obviously you can get 3, hence why I have a photo of 3. But, yeah, I don't know if throwing Pestiballs or ASPFs makes any difference. We'll throw ASPFs this time. And see if that makes any difference whatsoever. We'll also try and speed past this Psyduck. It'll get slowed down. We'll move over here. She can get past it. Yes, we can. No, we can't. I nearly swore then, because that was a word I'm not going to say. Right, we'll try ASPFs this time, see if it's more likely to bring out Cloyster. I suspect it won't matter. See if it's more likely to bring out Psyduck. Okay, we're not going to get Cloyster at all this time. So that's it. Okay, try again. You can see now why I'm very quickly going to montage mode, because there really is nothing to do or say with this episode. I just need to... Well, one thing I do need to do is stop throwing ASPFs at this stage, because I'm just going to bring out Magikarps that get in the way and then stay in the way even though they're not on the screen. Already getting Krabby, which is interesting, because that Pokemon's not on the game. But, yeah, I need to stop getting hit with this Psyduck, because why that suddenly started happening, I don't know. So what we'll do, we're not going to slow down, we're just going to leave the engine on at all times. There we go. So don't slow down, that's the key message there. Right, we'll try the ASPFs again, and we'll hope to lure out Cloyster. Right, not Magikarp, right, come on, give me a Cloyster. Just give me one more Cloyster. Nope, another Shelder. Where's the Cloyster? Now, we'll submit that, see what it gets, because it was quite a big close-up. Right, it's just a little bit clipped. Kind of just wanted it halfway between those 2 photos. More turn to the right on that one, and more turn to the left on that one. Doesn't really matter. We'll send that one. It's not going to beat mine anyway, because I'm over 4,000 with mine, so... The only way I'm going to beat my score is if I get at least 2. We'll whiz through that. 800 pose this time, so I think it was 750 last time, wasn't it? So a slightly improved score. Right, we'll have a couple more goes, but I think we'll very quickly start editing bits out. We'll have another complete go, though. Thankfully, after Cloyster, there's quite a few nice Pokemon coming up. The next 2 or 3 should all be nice ones. I'm hoping there's going to be a couple where it's going to be a one and done. But we shall see. We shall see. Not we'll see. I suppose if you said it a certain way, it would be we'll see, like we'll see. Anyway, move on. That's the 3 hours of sleep talking, I think. Right. around the corner, in the 0-1 to the bank to avoid getting stopped. Right, we'll go back to pester balls because the SPFs don't seem to be working. I'm serious, I just find it more natural to press the B button. Right, Shelder, brilliant. Edit that one out. Right, we'll have one more decent shot of Cloyster, and then, unless I get a score I'm happy with, it's montage time. Yeah, I don't. This was one of the Pokemon why I wasn't actually going to make this series, because there's this one, and then, like, as I said, there's a few coming up, not in the not too distant future. Magikarp, Goldie, and Dratini. I feel like it'd mainly be those three, thankfully. But yeah, those three Pokemon, Goldie and Dratini in particular, as well as this one. I'm less bothered about Magikarp. But Goldie, yeah, as I've said, the three I've just said. Although I was kind of nope, got into the water. We'll try again. I was hoping it was going to face the camera there before it went into the water. Yeah, I was. It was those Pokemon I've listed that was making me think: is it any worth doing this series? Because it's just basically going to be chuck apples. Well, chuck ASPFs, sorry, because there's no apples on the game. Chuck ASPFs and pester balls, and then just hope that you get a good shot. Because that's basically all there is. Spoiler for those Pokemon if you don't know what to do with those Pokemon. That's all it's going to be. Very, very similar to this one. Right. Okay, come on. Please give me Cloyster. Please don't give me Magikarp getting in the way. Right, there's one Cloyster. Come on. Just one more Cloyster. Nope. Again. How the hell did I get 3 Cloysters? How the hell did I get 3 Cloysters? Well, this could be a long ass morning. I think one of the worst things about this is the stupid squealing noise that the Shelders make. I mean, what even is that? Oh, we've got 2 here, right? Okay, let's try and could be able to get a decent score. Hopefully, let's see. Seven pictures. Will that be lucky? Right, so it's a toss up here really. Do we go for that one because it's not facing the camera compared to the other one, but obviously there's more of the other Cloyster in the shot. So yeah, we'll go with this one. But I've got a feeling like again with this game, it doesn't matter if it's facing the camera, except when it matters if it's facing the camera. Oh, 1,000 size. But then 750 pose. Well, we're still ahead of the old photo at the minute. But the same Pokemon score won't be as high because there's only one other Cloyster. So yeah, doesn't matter if it's facing the camera, except when it matters if it's facing the camera. Psyduck getting in the way again. Psyduck getting in the way again. Psyduck getting in the way again. We've still got to get out of the way, Psyduck. We've still got 2 Cloysters though. Why do I keep throwing? I don't know why I kept throwing pester balls when there were 2 Cloysters in the air. Maybe Psyduck punishing me for my stupidity there. Get revenge on me for whacking it into the water like I wasn't doing earlier. I was trying to go around it. Anyway, let's see what the Cloysters get. Once again, we're not quite facing the camera, so I don't think this is going to get 1,000 pose, but hopefully it might do. I'm able to sneak a better score here. Again, there's only 2 of them instead of 3. Okay, that's a lot worse. As is that. So this sucks. Well, back to the drawing board. And then similarly, it's just one of those Pokemon that you never use. So, you know, by the time you've caught it, you've got your team sorted pretty much. So there's no real need to add it, unless it's just me. I don't know. I tend not to use the Pokemon that evolve via stones. Again, I don't know if that was just me or not. I say that. I mean, Pikachu. If you could catch one in Viridian Forest, which obviously evolves with a Thunderstone. But anyway, let's not worry too much about that. So we've got a bit of a choice here because hopefully this one, we can go with this one. My only concern is it's not facing the camera. Do we go with one facing the camera? Or do we go with this one that's going to be a bit better size, but again, not facing the camera and might not be in the middle of the frame? This is the safer option, so let's see what this gets. Yeah, maybe I should have tried the other one. Said Pokemon score was higher though at least, but at this stage now, throwing pester balls have just become Pavlovian. I mean, the Cloysters are going to come out... The Cloysters or Shelders come out at the time that they're set to come out, basically. It's random. I don't know why I throw pester balls, because it really makes absolutely no difference. But as I said, it's just Pavlovian at this stage. Just done it for that long. But we've got two here, so let's see if they're any good. Again, none of them facing the camera, which matters, which doesn't matter except when it matters. We'll go with that one, but again, I feel like the lack of 1,000 pose is probably going to let us down here. Guess only Joke will answer that question. Yeah, we need a massive same Pokemon score. We're not going to get it. Although, interestingly, it's the same as the other one, despite the fact there's 2 Cloysters instead of 3. And shamefully, on that game, I never actually got past Claire, which I think it's a little bit embarrassing. I don't know why. I think it was just like with Dragon types. If you don't have a good Ice type, I always struggled. I mean, like Delibird, or is it Delibird or Delibird? I suppose it should be Delivered, shouldn't it? But maybe if I had a Cloyster, that would have made a difference. Oh no, wait, I said good Ice type, didn't I? So yeah, wouldn't have done. Anyway, hopefully we've got some good photos, even if we don't have good Ice types. And we've got one that's at least facing the camera. Well, I say that, it depends. Again, this all depends on Joke, because one's facing the camera, one isn't. So, if it focuses on the one that isn't facing the camera, then this is completely pointless. Much like the 90% of the other photos I've submitted. Hey! I love you, Joke. Right, I'm gonna try something. I'm just gonna try something. I'm just gonna play the flute and see if that makes any difference. Will that bring out Cloyster? Nope, it brings out 3 Shelders, but at least it drowns out that annoying screeching that they do. So that didn't work. Right, this time we'll do nothing, except throw pester ball. I don't know why I throw pester balls. I mean, it's just like I said. It's just become an automatic response now. No way to control it, it's totally automatic. Whenever... I don't know, but we'll do nothing. When we get around the corner, when we get past the Psyduck, we'll do nothing. We're not going to throw anything. We're not going to play the flute. We're going to do absolutely jack and hope that we get some Cloysters. I'll even not talk. Well, that's 1. And that's 2. So maybe the key here is doing nothing. Will that bring out Cloysters? I don't know. Will these photos be any good? I do know the answer to that question, but let's see anyway. Let's put myself through it. Okay, so there's only really one that's facing the camera, but again, if it's not the focus of the photo, then it's kind of pointless, but I think it's the one we're going to have to submit, because all the others are either clipped or it's not facing the camera. So the pose will suffer. I don't know if the same Pokemon score is affected by if the Pokemon's facing the camera. That may answer this question. Or it may not. Yeah, might as well have done nothing. Oh, stick a fork in me. I can't take much more of this. No, that's 1 Cloyster at least. Oh, another one. Oh! 1, 2, 3 flying Cloysters on my screen. Take a good photo, please. And I'm caught in between. I don't know. I can't remember the last. I don't know. Is that the first time I've had 3 Cloysters on the screen? I can't remember. Oh dear me! I've not only lost my will to live. I've lost track. I don't know if I've had 3 Cloysters before, but yeah. Well, my singing Britney Spears didn't answer my prayers. Although that one's not. A couple of them aren't too bad. We'll go with that one because you can see. Again, it's not facing the camera, but you can see more of the other 2 Cloysters. So hopefully the same Pokemon score will make up for the probable lack of pose points. I mean, my current photo's got all 3, so it's slightly bigger size. Of course, the pose suffers. But let's see. Yeah, see, 930. I mean, look at that. If I'd got the 1,000 posts, see, 930 is a massive same Pokemon score. If I'd got the 1,000 posts, that would have been the one. I wonder how many times you actually get 3, because once again we're back to 2. But yeah, I mean, how many times do you get 3 Cloysters? Like, is it once every, is it once every 70 turns, 75, 100? I don't know. Anyway, these are not too bad, especially that one at the not the end one, but that one there. So when they start lowering back into the water, obviously that gives you a better size chance. So that one's not too bad. Slightly clipped on the right, but we should get it, as long as it's focusing on the one in the bottom right. The only problem we may have here is the centre of the frame. May not think it's the centre of the frame, because it is slightly down and to the right, obviously. But yeah, pose and size good. And it's saying it's the middle of the frame, so this is a real good chance. We're way ahead already here. Oh, there we go. So nearly 300 points. So we're fine. I mean, I did want to get a score with all 3. Well, so I wanted to beat my old score with all 3 Cloysters in the shot. But given how rare that seems to come around, and I've now realised I'm today years old when I've realised that throwing Pesteballs makes absolutely no difference whatsoever. Well, at least I've beaten the score. So yeah, they just, as I said, throwing Pesteballs makes no difference. So I'm not carrying on until I get 3. I am so done with this episode. I can't believe this has been the worst episode. This has been even worse than Growlithe and Arcanine. And well, I suppose Arcanine wasn't too bad, but yeah, this hasn't been good. This has been worse than Pikachu, and I was really dreading that episode. And that was fairly nice. Anyway, we're done now. That's Cloyster. I quit. I'm done. At least I've beaten the score, and I've beaten it quite convincingly as well. So that's good. So yeah, that was Cloyster. So if you enjoyed this episode, if you enjoyed listening and watching me suffer, then please like and share the video. You can also leave a comment on the video, should you choose to do that. While you're on YouTube, if you head on over to the channel, The Uncommentator, you'll find the rest of the videos in this playlist. Some of which I do suffer equally as much as I do in this one. So please go and check. If you enjoy that, if you're a bit of a sadist, then go and check that out. I'd recommend. Well, as I said, Growlithe, certainly one of them. If you enjoy that. But join me next time. We're going to be moving on, thank God. I can't even remember what it is. I said I've lost my will to live. I've lost track. I've lost where we're at within the series. But we're going to be moving on to the next Pokemon, whatever that may be. But until we get to that point, for now, from me, finally it is sayonara.